My thoughts on this weekend's high school reunion, my 40th. Cannot believe that. High school reunion is this Saturday, October 22, 2016. I graduated from Franklin High School in 1976. Can't believe it. It's been a long time. Those were good days. Those were awesome days for me. Living in Franklin, growing up in Franklin was good. It was the good old days, the glory days, if you will. And I am really looking forward to reuniting with my classmates this Saturday night to reconnect, celebrate, socialize, just say, hey, after all these years. You know, thanks to Facebook, I do feel like I've reconnected with a lot of them already, and I love that. I love that I've reconnected and feel close to so many of my FHS classmates. Some, not many, I wish it were more. Some I've stayed in touch with and have seen from time to time. The memories are, you know, I think of sports, especially. I ran track and cross country, and it was a pretty new high school when we went to school there, and it was recently torn down, ironically. And there's a new school, which I haven't even been inside. I've seen it from the outside. But the new school at the time, back then, 73, 4, 5, and 6, those were the years, 72, 73, 73, 74, 74, 75, 75, 76. Those are the years I was there. The new school was great for us. It was nice to have such a great infrastructure, great facilities, and especially the field house. Like I say, I ran track and cross country, and geez, I can remember it was 11 laps to a mile, 22 laps to 2 miles, and I remember my coaches were so motivating and inspirational, as were my teammates, and I loved running in that field house. I loved running outside in the outdoor track and in cross country. It was I ran with a sense of pride, and I run to this day. I've run the Boston Marathon 12 times, and I belong to a running club, and I'm very active as a runner to this day. And that all started back then in high school. Classes, academics, all good. All good. I started writing back then, which I do to this day as a marketer and social media marketer. Writing is my stock in trade. That's what I do as a marketer, as a social media marketer, and the writing started back in high school. Writing for the yearbook or the school newspaper, or writing poetry. I have so many good memories. I had so many great friends back then. And my wife Barbara's going to go with me this Saturday, and it's going to be a great time. I know it is. I mean, yeah, looking back upon my high school days, there was some bullying and teasing that I was on the receiving end, and sure, that probably wasn't necessarily good for me at the time, but I survived it, and it was mild, relatively speaking, and I think it made me a stronger, more independent grown-up. And teachers weren't necessarily easy back then. I'm sure they still aren't. But all their challenges, all the challenges they put in front of me and my classmates, I think all of that obviously was good for us in the long run. Franklin was a great town in which to grow up. I would love to start naming some of my friends, but I don't want to overlook any names. I would love to talk about some of my most favorite teachers and coaches, but again, I don't want to overlook any names. Just, I think if they see this video, know who they are. I will absolutely go to my grave saying I had a great childhood. I grew up in a great town, Franklin, hard-scrabbled town. It was an upbringing that made me who I am today, and I have no regrets. There were tough times. There still are tough times. We've all come so far. We've all come a long way. I'm married with kids, and I'm sure many of my classmates are. There's probably been some divorces and some sickness and some deaths, very sadly. But that's life. And Franklin High School, the class in 1976, that's a microcosm of life for me and my classmates. Great times. I look forward to seeing my classmates, my former classmates, fellow class of 1976, Franklin High School, this Saturday, October 22, 2016. See you guys then. Looking forward to it. Bye-bye.